It's Solo P1. Welcome to the preview. Liverpool versus Leeds in the Premier League. It should be easy points for Liverpool, but we don't know. See what happens. I'll tell you what has happened. We've lost our set piece coach. And for me, he should have been sacked at the beginning of the season. Wasted money paying this guy's wages for us to concede the most goals in the Premier League this season so far. This guy should have gave him his P45 months ago. But we move on. It's funny how we're winning 7 games in a row in all competitions. 7 games in a row in all competitions. And what are people going to say? Yeah, but it doesn't matter really, does it, Solo? It doesn't really matter that we won 7 games in a row. We're still not going to win the league. We'll see what happens with that one. We're still mathematically in it. And we'll see how it goes. You're never out of it until it's mathematically impossible. Anything can happen. And that's how I look at it. What people need to do, people need to relax, watch the football, and watch it with their eyes, not by stats. There's too many people just watch the game with stats. It's all about stats. Stats and stats. You know what that is? Too much FIFA. Too much FIFA. Too much football manager, I would say. Too much football manager. Too much lonely nights sitting down in front of a computer playing football manager where they should be with the families enjoying Christmas. That's what that is. What people need to do is watch football with the eye. Watch the movement of the players. Perfect example, Florian Wirtz. People saying that Florian Wirtz was crap, no good. And what happened? People said, because he hasn't scored. Because this man hasn't scored, he's no good. Liverpool's wasted the money. That's what people were saying. But if you actually watch the game and watch his movement, you can see how really good player he is. And by now, he could have had about 10 assists. Florian Wirtz could be on 10 assists by now. But it's not his fault that the players couldn't really score the goals. But his movement is phenomenal. He's not the same player when he first come into the Premier League, the first 3 games, when he was getting buffed off the ball, couldn't really get his feet down. But now look at him. I always knew about Florian Wirtz. People, listen, we know we're going to get the haters online. They're going to be talking about online on X. And they're going to say the haters, the ones that really wanted him at the club. They'll be saying he's no good, 009, 007, all that crap. But what it boils down to, look at this guy's movement. It's a blast from the past. It reminds me of Modric a little bit like Modric. When Modric first came to the Premier League. And he was getting buffed off the ball. And eventually, he got used to the surroundings, and then look at him. Went to Real Madrid, and the rest is history. When I see Florian Wirtz reminds me of a little bit of Modric, a little baby Modric, but we'll see what happens. Will he have the same career as Modric? I don't know. But all I know, it just reminds me of Luka Modric. This guy is phenomenal movements, his passing, his execution, the way he gets in tight spaces, it is phenomenal. That's how you watch football, not by stats. Because stats don't even show you everything, does it? It doesn't show you everything. Stats. Watch the game, shut your mouth, and enjoy. So I'm going to bring in my co-cues, my partner in crime. He's Mr. Toto! Abba! Big up to Toto. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, it's going well, man. It's going well, man. Of course, it's coming closer and closer to New Year.
God,
But yeah, everything's all good.
Everything's good,
my
man. I'm
end,
just trying to educate the masses on football, you know what I mean? Just
yeah.
watch it with the blood eye. Watch it with the eye. So before we start getting this video, remember guys, smack that like button. The videos are there. Like the video, move on, do what you're gonna do. And we're back shortly after this. There you go. We're back. So, Toto, what you been up to, man? What you doing?
I've just recently finished a live stream on a Saturday. It was coming close to. It was a good stream actually. It was actually a good stream, and I had lots of people coming in. TikTok's getting bigger and bigger. Lots of people are coming in my TikTok. But you know, everything's going good for my end, man. You know, hopefully in 2026 it'll be different. But look, TikTok's growing, YouTube's growing, everything's going well, man. So all good.
Keep doing your thing, bro. Just keep doing your thing. I know this is the baby. Keep it sports. I know you got your side thing. But just keep grinding, bro. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Keep going. Never stop. Never look at others. I don't look at others. I just do my channel and do my thing. That's it. You just got to concentrate on yourself and make sure you can do the best of your ability. Just like we both do on this channel. This is our channel, Keep It Sports. And this is what we do on this channel, is I would do the best of our ability. And I saw your TikTok. Your TikTok is cool. I've actually got some, you know, my followers on TikTok, I'm getting all right. You know, you get me?
Yeah.
As soon as I unlock my thing on my account, where most people can follow me in that, yeah. Obviously, you got certain things that are under private because that's your personal business, isn't it? But regarding followers, my followers are getting all right as well. I'm starting to do a few more shorts. Yeah, I'm going to do a short after this as well, just to troll a few fans about Man United drawing against Wolves. I remember that a lot of them criticised Liverpool. What you doing, man? You only beat Wolves. They couldn't beat them, could they? They drew. So there you go. So yeah, man. It's New Year's coming. People are out enjoying themselves, or some people are enjoying themselves with the families. But the same message stands what I said at the beginning of Christmas time. If you know someone who's on their own, got no family and they're on their own, give them a call. Give them a call. One call from you might mean the world to this person, whoever it is, man or woman. If they're on their own, give them a call. Say that you call and ask them if they're all right. All that helps men and women. You get me? Mental health, men and women. Equally, 50-50. Go and give them a call because it will help them. Believe that it will help them, and it will make them their New Year's Eve a bit better. And if you're close to them, if you live close to them, invite them. Invite them if you're having a party. Invite them or go and see them and say to them that you're a good guy, or good girl, whatever. Just be nice to them. You get me? And just be nice to people. It goes a long way. Being respectful goes a long way. And you know, just it's courtesy, and at the end of the day, it's the way to be. But yeah, enough of that. Yeah, Liverpool. Let's move on to the set piece coach, which I don't know with the guy's name. Why didn't we keep the one we had last season? Did we get? I heard that we signed him this season, didn't it? This new one, this set piece coach. What happened to the one from last season? Did we have one last season? Why did they change the set piece coach? Do you know anything about this dude?
No, but all I know is that we are, I think, the second worst team, if not the
I
worst
thought the
team.
worst.
Oh yeah, we're the worst team at conceding from set pieces. So I think it's well deserved. Really, the guy simply didn't do his job properly. In terms of set pieces. Teams always get back in the game in terms of set pieces. It's like with the Tottenham game. They were letting veer another set piece. Free kicks, goal kicks, corners. They're all set piece at the end of the day. Second balls, can't pick up the second balls, can't defend crosses properly at times. To be fair, crosses have been all right. I gotta do Liverpool with that. We'll get Van Dijk, Kanate, especially Van Dijk, always winning the defensive headers from the crosses. But in terms of corners, goal kicks, stuff like that, it's free kicks. It's ridiculous because one goal that goes in, it seems like our players lose their minds. Which is, again, I think it's half set piece coach, half players, because the player mentality needs to be better. Because I don't know what's going on, but every time we can see the goal, it's just like the mentality just suffers. We start rushing the ball, we start dribbling too much, start holding on the ball too long. We don't release the passes early enough, and then we just start playing panic football, forcing long balls, losing possession. Not playing possessive football correctly. It's just bad. It's just bad from our end. But hopefully sacking our set piece coach makes it better. And starts we start defending set pieces correctly. So it's a good move. Right? Because our set piece defense have been crap. I don't understand why you need a set piece coach anyway. I'll just say, look, you watch your man. Simple stuff like that. Just watch your man, win the header. If you don't win the header, look, is what it is. But I always say, like, man to man in the box, because your man is it's the most important, isn't it? It's the most important. You need to watch your man, because that's the most important thing. But look, I don't get set piece coaches, but again, they must get set piece coaches. It must be useful because every team has one, So sacking the set piece coach, I think will be good.
How long was he at the club? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Probably ever since Slap was there.
So obviously we had a new set piece coach, but the one from last season was fine. Is it the one from last season? I thought he's let me see his name. Yeah. I thought the one what we had last season was different to this guy, innit? So yeah, you can find that out. But yeah.
Yeah, so he's been here for 18 months, the last season as well.
Okay.
I think now the game is becoming more set piece based now. I think like every team is, of course, set pieces are always a part of the game, but it's more like old school football. Like in the olden days, they always like set pieces, long throws, corners. Like people are more invested into that now. Set pieces, and especially now today's game is becoming like that now. It's more set piece based, so maybe that's why we conceding more set piece. That's why we're getting exposed of set pieces, because we can't really score from them and we can't really defend from them either.
Yeah.
Rarely. Every time corner comes, I'm thinking, this is like every corner now, long throw, free kick is a half penalty. I don't care. It's a half penalty, right? Because especially with us, it's a half penalty because we can't defend them correctly.
That's better. You're right. So basically what he said, Liverpool set piece coach, Aaron, I'll scroll back to the other one. It's the one we was on before. Yeah, hold on 1 second. That one. So he says on there, Liverpool set piece coach Aaron Briggs has left the club amid continued problems in dead ball situations this season. The decision comes after Arne Slot's team conceded their 12th goal from a set piece this campaign in Saturday's 2-1 win over Wolves. That's what it says there. So, I was watching something on YouTube the other day, as you do casually. Dead casual, like you sit there, you watch a bit of YouTube, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. And I was watching a game, when Liverpool played Wolves, and they went down to 9 men. Right? No, it was Tottenham actually. They went down to 9 men in it. And the guy, it wasn't I don't think it was this guy, it was another one. It was the other coach. I forgot his name now. But Carragher was discussing it on Sky about, when Carragher does his analysis on the game, he was discussing it with the guy in the studio, and he said, the guy on the side, the coach, the other coach, not the set piece coach, the other one, I don't know his name, and I don't really care what his name is. Point I'm making is, when we was down to 9 men, he was telling Liverpool and Van Dijk to back off. Because Van Dijk and all that was coming forward here, because, look, if you're playing a team and they're down to 9 men in it, you want to attack more and get more goals in it, because we've got the advantage. But what he was saying to Van Dijk on the side, he was saying to Van Dijk, back off. He was saying to the other defenders, back off. What do you think of that, Toto?
What do you think of that? Crap. I think it's crap, because you got a 2-man advantage there. They're not just 10 men down, they're 9 men down.
9 men, yeah, that 9 men.
We still can't get the second ball, even though they're 9 men down. I don't know, yeah, while we're low blocking when they're a man down. You should be pressing. You got a 2-man advantage. Where that second ball comes, but you know why? The players,
it seems like there's no confidence.
The players have no confidence. It's simple as that, really.
No, I think the players have got confidence. I think the players have got confidence. But I think that remember when you was talking about the football, the old days. In the old days, they were more like freelancers. When I say by freelancers, the go out, like Ancelotti's the classic Ancelotti. When he was at Real Madrid, yeah, he knows all individually the good players, innit? He'll say to the players, go and do your own thing, innit? Go out and do your own thing. He weren't a man manager. He was, but he talked to them and said, go and do your thing, innit? He weren't one of them where he'd say, come out and say, now you go back there. No, that's too systemized, innit? Sometimes you need mavericks in your team. And in the old days, like even 20 years ago, 15 years ago, there were a lot of mavericks in the team. Do you know what I mean by mavericks? They'll go out and just go and take a man on, bam, bam, bang, and score. Now, everything's so systemized, isn't it? Now, I don't get, if we are winning, and they're down to 9 men, why is that coach coming out and saying to Van Dijk, back off, go back and go and defend? Now, when I saw Van Dijk's face when he said that to Van Dijk looked confused, didn't it? Yeah. He looks confused. Why don't you just let them play football? They were doing good. They were scoring goals. Why don't you just let them play football instead of coming out and say, back off? What are you backing off for? What happens when you back off? That invites them to come back into the game.
More pressure, yeah.
More pressure on the defense and the midfield. Yeah.
I get it. If we're low blocking and we're
1-0 up.
It was still 11v11, right? Yeah. And we were low blocking. We need to defend and let them come at us, but we defend well.
Yeah.
We drop back and make it harder for them and force a shot or maybe a cross that could turn over the possession to us. That's the way a low block works in it. But why we're low blocking when the 9-man down, and we're still not picking up the second ball? And it seems like every time we concede a goal, the player's headspace goes elsewhere, and now our players' headspace goes elsewhere when we're 9-man down. Of course, that's due to the assistant manager, because telling us to drop back when we're 9-man down is stupid. It's stupid, you know. It's game management like that could cost us in the long run, and it could cost us a few times this season, and it could have costed us a few times this season as well in the previous matches, because our game management, I don't know what it is. We always can see stupid goals,
yeah,
and just let them back into the game, and then the players are blamed to this as well, because the players' headspace just go everywhere, because you got a million different things coming from the manager or the assistant manager. The thing is, Arne Slot is telling the players to push up and press. Why is the keeper that got that much time? You could have 2 men pressing at the keeper, force a long ball, then we have possession. But even though we had possession, we couldn't keep the ball. It's like we couldn't press when we were out of possession. When we had possession, we started to dribble it too much. When we have 2 extra men, and when you got man that you can use them. Stop trying to dribble too much when you got 2 extra men. Just pass to the extra men. You know, it's just bad, the game management. Look, I'm glad they're winning. I'm glad 4 wins in a row. Love it. We're 7 games unbeaten. Absolutely love it. Right? We're getting better. but it's just game management that we're lacking. And of course, when we go down a goal, even though we're still winning, the mentality just goes out the window.
I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. We look, maybe when you want to coach someone and you coach someone too much, like I said, he just confuses them, and I just think, look, if it's not broken, don't fix it, innit? One of them, Toto. 1 second, carry on. 1 second.
It's like with if you got a player that's not confident, or you got players who not understand things, it's best to keep things simple, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's best to keep things simple, because if you don't keep things simple, they'll get overwhelmed. They'll get like, okay, they won't even remember what you said. By the way, they'll just like, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, and then two minutes later, I don't know what you're saying. You're confused about too much information. You got to keep things simple especially when the players' headspace is absolutely everywhere, and I don't know what to do. They're running everywhere. They're dribbling too much of the ball. You keep things simple, do them. Just keep possession of the ball, right? When 9 men down, use the 2 extra men. Start pressing a lot. That's how you keep things simple. You need to start pressing when the 9 man down. Of course, make the pitch wider. Press a little bit more. Yeah. Don't play low block. Press a little bit more. Keep possession of the ball, because we're trying to see out the game.
Yeah.
Don't play too risky. Stuff like that can help the players get their head on the straight and narrow. But if you got one manager saying drop back, and you got Arnie saying press up and getting angry, you don't know what you do. You don't know what you're doing. End of the day, they're not robots; they're human beings, and you say too much thing to human beings.
Them. This is what I'm saying. This is why
it's just too much. You got to break it down.
Yeah, this is why a lot of footballer fans and a lot of footballers, even Carragher, said it's confusing. It's like that he changes his formation too much on the fly as well. You know what I mean? He changes it too much. Keep it simple, man. Let's just finish off reading this. After the win over Wolves, Captain Virgil van Dijk said to the club, "We must improve from set plays." So that was a hint, at it. He said, "The fact is we've conceded too many set pieces goals and we don't score enough. We definitely don't score enough." And that's what he said, Van Dijk. It's something we have to improve. I would say at least 75% of the time, or even more. It's not even about the first contact. It's the second phase. That is the killer, yeah. So basically, when the ball comes over, we header it out, and it's the second play. The rebound after the first header. So when they get a set piece, yeah, we'll clear the first one, but when it bounces back, we can't get rid of that, and that's what kills us. He goes, "It's a mental thing. I hope not. If that's in your head, then an issue. Personally, it's not in my head." That's what Van Dijk said. It's not in my head, because Van Dijk's built different, isn't it? So yeah, that's the he's gone. The first time I heard his name, there's a lot of people say, "Oh, I've known him for a long." I don't even know the guys. Do you? Don't know who he is. Don't know who he is. So he's gone. So let's move on. Let's move on to before we start getting to the player lineup. Let's get rid of this Total Hammer. I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna kick out for a minute. There you go, back again. So Total Hammer, Semenyo. No Semenyo. What are you saying? So you still think we got Semenyo? Or do you think it's over?
No, it's over. It's over, man. In my opinion, I think. Look, a miracle has to happen, man. I believe in miracles, but I don't think this miracle is going to happen, right? I just think we messed around too much. A guy with a 60 million release clause, we could have triggered it if we wanted to, but we simply took too long. Just like with other signings, we take too long. We're always last. We're too slow on things. We're too slow to react. And now Semenyo he's going to City. We all know. The Times reported today. Semenyo's going to City, man. It is what it is. Semenyo's going to City. Nothing Liverpool can do about it now. So the Times do confirm Antoine Semenyo news. I'm not going to read all that. I'm just going to read out the key part. So he had a fee of £65 million, and plus he had 5 million add-ons, and £65 million was a release clause. He had a release clause.
Yeah.
So it don't matter what you do. If you want to try keep the player, as soon as the release clause is triggered, there's nothing really you can do about it. He got signed from Bristol Rovers for £10 million in January 2023. It's funny how 2 years can change things just like that, and now he's worth £65 million and he's going to Man City. It's funny how 2 years can just, it's so impactful for a player. Reports now, City is appearing to lead the charge. As the time, City are preparing to meet with Semenyo's representatives in the next 24 hours. The timing is crucial. Man City has stepped up their bid because Man City ain't messing around. Pep has got a sniff of winning that league. They're now top of the league. And it's usually when Man City's top of the league, they don't usually lose. They either win or draw, but they don't lose. Right? They are now increasing their bid. They're looking to increase their bid for Antoine Semenyo. As we all know, teams are not looking to meet with representatives when the transfer window is closed. We all know that. But they can always prepare to meet with representatives. You can see the word prepare. They're not actually meeting with a representative. That's illegal. Then you can get fined for that, or you know, stuff like that. You can get prosecuted for that. Not prosecuted, what I'm on about, but you can get in trouble basically. You can get in trouble for meeting representatives during not during the transfer window, but they're preparing to meet with representatives, and that just shows that the deal's almost done. When to meet up, when they do all that, right? You got a 22-year-old here, young player, probably then deemed to be probably the best winger in the league, right? And when Pep has a sniff on that Premier League, he would do everything he can to get that player. You know, and it seems like Pep don't usually overspend in windows. He gets one player or two players, something like that, and let them build. You know, and Pep, that team is ready for Semenyo. You know, it could have been good for us, but again, we spent too long, and maybe our recent form doesn't really help either. You know, for Semenyo, again, take the Liverpool biases out of it. Because if it was Liverpool bias, I would say, yeah, I'm going to Liverpool. But take Liverpool bias out of it. You see Liverpool's form, you see City's form, right? Yeah. City's on the way to win the league. And, of course, it's not over yet. But City is on the way to win the league, right? And you got Liverpool, who's been in crap form, up and down form, and we're only 7 games undefeated, and we're sitting top 4. I'm sure Semenyo will want to win a trophy. I'm not saying Liverpool can still win a trophy this season. We got an FA Cup to win. We still got a Champions League to win. We even still got the league to win, right? But City is more likely to win the league where they are.
Yeah.
So continuing, in the next 24 hours.
What game is this in the Premier League? What game is this now?
19, I think.
Game 19, yeah. It's down as 15. I'm sorry, got labelled it wrong. Carry on.
Tottenham Hotspur, these are just the other teams. So Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, and Tottenham were the teams, of course, involved in this. They made an approach earlier this month. Of course, City's potential signing also has implications for the squad. Doku has solidified his space on the left wing, but other wide options, including Savino, Oxlade, have struggled. So I thought, in my opinion, Doku can get replaced. But see, Doku is now going to be the main starter.
Yeah.
Which again, don't blame Pep for doing that. He's a good winger. Savino, Oscar Bob has struggled, but Oscar Bob is expected to leave. Moving on. Just reading all this. Now all eyes on Man City, as we all know. But yeah, that's it. That's the article I wanted to show you from the Times.
So who do you think? Yeah, that we should bring in? Semenyo's gone. Going to Man City. Personally, I think he's a mistake. I don't think he's going to get as much football as he thinks he is. But that's he's made his decision, and we respect that. But who do we go for now? Who do we go for? Who are we going to bring in? A lot of people say we ain't going to bring in no one.
Barcola. I say Barcola. We can bring him. That's the only option really for me. Barcola. I don't want to hear his Anthony Gordon links. Don't want to hear it. Seriously, we hear this every year. We're not getting Anthony Gordon, and of course, I'll say Barcola probably our only realistic option, really
Yeah.
left. But yeah, I don't see Anthony Gordon coming. Neither some people don't even want Anthony Gordon, which is understandable. He's got all pace, but he's got no end product, is he? You got no end product, so we need people with end product. Of course, not many wingers need to have the end product. Really, it's about the decision making, the way they impact the game, the goal contributions. That's all I care about. But I think Barcola is the next one for us. I think because we're linked to him now. No talks yet or nothing like that, but we are linked to him. There's been gossip online about Barcola, so I'll say that's the closest we're probably going to get to getting a winger is Bradley Barcola, in my opinion.
So I would bring in Barcola, but we need to bring in a centre back.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Mark Guay? Do you think we're going to get him in January? Do you think we're going to wait till the summer? I don't know. What do you think?
I think we're getting him. In my opinion, I think there's nothing to worry about. Of course, if we don't get him, there's something to worry about in it. That's the other thing to worry about. But in my opinion, I don't think the centre back is the number one priority in any team. In my opinion, is getting a good centre back. Some people think midfielders. Some people think strikers. People got different mentalities in it. But in my opinion,
it depends really, because it's kind of a red herring. Because if you've got good defenders, then you need good mid. Look, if you got a football team, obviously when you build a football team, Alex Ferguson said it. All the best managers ever in the history of football. Shankly, all them ones. Paisley, Ferguson, Mourinho, Ancelotti, all of them. AC Milan in the mid 2000s and early 90s, late 90s. The reason why they were so successful because they had the best defense in the world. They had Maldini, they had Baresi, whatever, the greats. They had the best defense in the world. They only conceded, I think, about 1 or 2 goals for the whole of the season. This is why they were so dominant. And I remember Ruud Gullit was talking about it when he was on one of them programs of last year. He was on a podcast. And he said himself, the reason why we won so much is because our defense. What they used to do in training, they used to get all the defenders, line them up there in the defense, and they used to play for an hour and a half trying to get past them. Just 4 strikers trying to get past them. And in them, obviously they had breaks. But he said in all them hours that we used to play, we couldn't get past them. We couldn't get past them. Maldini, the greats of the past, was in them centre of AC Milan in the 90s and the early 2000s. They could not get past them. And that they said, Gullit said, the defense was pivotal of them being so successful, because they had good midfielders, they had good strikers, but if they had mediocre centre backs, they would elite goals and probably wouldn't have won as much, innit? Because they had the good centre backs that were like rocks, you couldn't get past them, and that's what Ruud Gullit said. And Ruud Gullit was in the team, by the way. He was in the team. He was one of the top goal scorers. He actually got a Ballon d'Or during that time as well. Him and Marco van Basten. I think it was the first ever for back-to-back from a country that they won Ballon d'Ors, the Dutch, and they did it. They had the best defense in the history of football, and even today. And it's so pivotal. You need a good defense. You build from the back, then you work on your midfield, and then you obviously your strikers. But if you've already got good defense and you've got good strikers, then obviously you got to work on your midfield, isn't it? So it's kind of a trick kind of question, really. But I know what you're saying. If you're building a team from scratch, you start from the defense, innit? But if your team's already good, you got good midfield and good defense, save your strikers are crap, then you got to buy these strikers, innit? You get what I'm saying? But I know where you're coming from. You have to build from the back. And this is what we've got to do. We need to bring some defenders in. If we bring in Mark Guay and we lose Konate, that will be a downgrade. If we bring in Mark Guay and we lose Konate. Because Mark Guay, for me, is not a Konate. He's not a Konate replacement. He's a Joe Gomez replacement, in my opinion. You get me? He's a Joe Gomez replacement. He's not a Konate replacement. I know Mark Guay is a brilliant defender and all that, yeah, but he's not Kanate, is he? Kanate is better than Mark Guay. Let's just call it the way it is. He's better. So Mark Guay is the Gomez replacement, in my opinion. Toto.
Yeah,
he's not Kanate replacement.
Yeah, I don't really see.
Bastoni would be Bastoni. That would be a Kanate.
I don't think we're getting Bastoni though. That's me. I think
in the summer we're going to go for him and try.
If Ibu leaves, I just don't see Bastoni just going into the team just replacing Ibu like that. I don't see it, in my opinion. If we sell Ibu,
he might replace Virgil if Virgil leaves.
Yeah, you never know what could happen in the year, man. Virgil could flip and retire next year. We don't know, right? It's just we've got to see how things plan out, and we've got to see how things, go out. Because Virgil could lose his leg next season. He could lose his legs, and just he's out of it, because of age. But yeah, it's touch and go. Like if Virgil does decide to take a bench spot, I don't really see that either. I just see him retire at Liverpool. So the only way we're going to get Bastoni if Ibu just goes to say probably not Madrid, because Madrid's not interested anymore, as we all know. I think Madrid's not interested anymore. But anything can change, man. Anything can change in this window. Ibu could end up leaving this window. We don't know what's going to happen. And then Bastoni could come in, and then Guehi. Because I don't see Guehi come to the club as a starter. I don't, because Ibu's been playing all right recently.
No, that's what I said. He's the Gomez replacement.
Yeah. So him coming to the team as a backup is a good thing. I don't mind Guehi as a backup, but will Guehi accept the backup spot? That's the question here. Because I think we're getting Guehi, but I think Guehi and Kathate will be battling out for the starting spot. In my book, I think Guehi he'll get more minutes on the bench. I think he'll get at least 40 to 45 minutes. Not 45 minutes. I think 35 to 30 minutes coming off the bench, Mark Guehi, which again is more than obviously.
Mark Guehi will play when Kanate gets injured.
Yeah,
it's inevitable that Kanate will get injured. I'm shocked that he's not injured yet. Touch wood, because by now regular he'll get injured around about this time, but he hasn't got injured yet. But Kanate will be there. Like, you know how Joe Gomez was utilised when he was there, when he was this season, when he went right back, and then I think Mark Guehi can play right back as well. So Mark Guehi will probably play the right back as well. I think he can play right back, Mark Guehi.
He can play right centre back in the back three, but I'm not sure about right back, because
he'll have to adapt his game. He'll have to
overlap.
You never know. We'll see what happens. Look,
overlap, to be fair,
we had thinking centre back. We had what's his name?
Gravenberch.
No, not Gravenberch. What's his name? Got his name. I can't forget his name. Not Swaziland. I can't forget his name. The Scotty. Robinson, Robinson played centre back.
Defender anyway, isn't he?
No, but he played centre back, Toto.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he played centre back.
Yeah,
Robbo is not a centre back. He's too short. He's too short for a centre back. It's too short. Don't matter about the dog in here. I would told he's 5'7". That's too short.
He's 5'10".
Robbo is 5'10".
Yeah, he's 5.
Nah, he's shorter than that, man. He looks shorter than that.
But anyway,
5'10" is all right, but he's not a centre back.
He's not a natural centre back.
He can't. He's not a good header of the ball. Not really. Not like Virgil and Kanate. For me, Virgil and Kanate are the best headers in the Premier League. For header, they're the best of the Premier League. So go on, Toto.
Well, we're gonna get into the.
We're gonna get to the thing now. Yeah.
Oh, let me bring it up.
Remember, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe.
Verts might be on the bench for this game or out for this game.
Why?
Because he wasn't included in team training. And plus Slot said he wasn't included in team training because of an adaptation period. So he basically said that he wants Verts to adapt off the pitch. So basically, he's back in Verts during his adaptation period. So a bit of time to adapt off the pitch. So I think he's still going to be on the. He's going to be on the bench. I think he's going to be on the bench, but don't be surprised if he's out because Slot wants him to adapt off the pitch.
Put the finger title at the top. Put the title at the top. Liverpool, Leeds and Liverpool. What game is it? Game 18. Is it game 18? Is it
game 19? I think.
Game 19.
Yeah, game 19.
Go on.
Goalkeeper, I think. Yeah, Alisson goals. The most obvious choice. Left back.
Kirkers.
Yeah. I think Kirkers is solidified starter now,
He's improving now.
Yeah. Centre backs, you all know. Virgil. Right back.
Frimpong,
innit?
Frimpong.
Because Sobbo's back.
I think he's gonna start. Is Bradley injured or is all right?
Bradley's still injured. I think. Sobbo's back in right wing as well.
Yeah. So Sobbo's playing where Salah is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Grav and Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
Personally, I think might the 4-2-3 and probably might go for a flat 3 maybe. Because we've got Maka. I think McAllister's starting. I don't think Wirtz is starting this game. Gakpo's back. So you might see Gakpo in the team.
Yeah. Gakpo. He's gonna start. He's definitely starting. Let's face it, come on.
Because Wirtz is out on it. But even though Wirtz is out,
he's always gonna start Gakpo.
Yeah. And I think it's a good thing because Wirtz will make his way into the middle again. Where he's better.
I want Wirtz in the middle, not on the left.
Yeah.
That's where he's supposed to be, where McAllister is. That's where he's supposed to be.
Right wing,
Szoboszlai.
Striker, Hugo
Ekitike.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the lineup.
That'll be the lineup.
Definitely.
So I'm liking that line. You can download that, whack it in the room. Anyway, I'm looking at that team. Yeah, what I want to say is that go back to the team. Go back to it. Is he gone?
No, I got it.
We need to we need to get some players in January. We need a defender and we need a winger, a front player, someone who can play along the front line. Yeah. We haven't got enough. We can't just go into the January window and not buy anyone. We need a centre back and we need a right winger, or someone who can play along that front line. Someone who can play left wing, right wing, and even the line. Because you can't have Ekitike as a sole striker.
No.
There was rumours that I know that we're linked to Ivan Toney as a temporary striker. We could talk about that now if you want to. Ivan Toney. There was rumours about him as well coming in maybe. There was another name floating around Depay. That was another name that's floating around Depay. So we need someone, Toto. We need someone who can play along that front line. We can't just have Ekitike as the sole striker. And we need, I reckon, we need an attacking player. That's what I'm saying. Someone who can play as a 9 or either wing. So I look at that and I see Barcola. That's the first name that I think of is Barcola. He could come in and do a job for us. And if not Barcola, we'll probably go for him in the summer. I believe in the summer, Barcola is going to be a Liverpool player. That's what I believe. That by the summer, with the transfer window, we're going to go for Barcola. And I think we're going to go for 2 wingers. If we don't get a winger in this window, if we don't get a winger in this window, which I think we're going to, right? What's going to happen is I think we'll buy a winger. He'll come in. He'll play on the Salah line where Sobbo is. Sobbo will go back to the midfield, whatever, where Jones is, whatever, And then we'll get a wing to play on that side, and then he can rotate with Gakpo. When Salah comes back, I'm not sure where Salah's going to go, but when next season comes, that person that we had to play on the right side, he'll play on the left side with Gakpo. And then the new winger will come in and be the Salah replacement. You know, the official one. I think Barcola is going to be the Salah replacement. You know, when he comes in, I think we're going to go for him in the summer. What's your thoughts on that, Toto?
Oh yeah, I've always said this as well. I think Barcola might be coming to Liverpool in the summer. I don't think we're getting anyone else. Barcola's only realistic option, realistic choice, really. But yeah, I think our team at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't even get a winger. I'll be less surprised if you just get one centre back, and that's it, in my opinion, because I see Slut doing something because Gakpo's back, Chiesa's back. Gakpo can play centre forward, Chiesa can play centre forward. So I see them maybe rotating with each other. If Tika needs rest, I just don't see us getting a winger now. Barcola's our realistic choice, but I don't see us getting him, man. I see Gakpo playing centre forward, or because Gakpo likes to play more now anyway. So maybe you put Gakpo in centre forward and put Chiesa on the wing if needs be. If Ekatike is tired, you put Chiesa wing and then have Gakpo centre forward, and then wait until Isak's back, and then you have.
I think leave Isak for the. I think Isak's going to be out for the rest of the season.
He is, but I see Slut using Gakpo and Chiesa there until maybe give Ekatike maybe a game's rest, and then stick Ekatike back in there. I just see him doing that. I don't see him us buying a winger. I see us buying one centre back, then wait until Gomez is available again, and then we'll go with there. That's what I see us doing.
Toto, but do you believe by next season we'll have two wingers in it?
Depends where Chiesa going.
No, but we need two wingers, though. We're not going to get him in the January window.
When Salah goes.
We need two wingers. Yeah, because this is Salah's probably last season, isn't it? I think the winger that we get in the January window, yeah, if we get a winger in the January window, if we do, he's the guy who's he'll come over to the Salah side, yeah?
Yeah.
Right wing. And when Salah comes back, he'll be back and forward, they'll rotate with Gakpo and Salah, you know, that guy. But when the summer comes, the winger that we buy in the summer, which I think is going to be a Barcola, that will be the Salah replacement. And the other guy that we bought in January will rotate with Gakpo.
Yeah, because
I don't think Ngamoa is going to be playing for us. I got a feeling that Ngamoa is going to go on alone.
Yeah.
Because he's just not ready. That's what Slut thinks, he's not ready.
Maybe because I just don't. You need to play I think you should play Ngamoa a bit more. That's just me. But is he going to go?
He's not going to do it, Toto. We know that.
He's going to go Gakpo or Chiesa. He's not. I don't think he's going to go there.
I was telling everybody in the January that he's not. This is what I'm saying. When we had that preseason, when we had preseason, we didn't last long. The circumstances, what happened, Diego RIP, right? And when I saw his kids come on the other week, I had a lump in my throat, probably tear to my eye as well. Seeing his kids there coming as mascots. Big up to Virgil, man. Respect to Virgil. Respect to the Liverpool fans as well. I saw that thing what they made for him as well. And I dedicate this as well to Liverpool fans. Big, massive painting of Jota, like a mural. Big, massive. I'm going to go and see it. If I go to Anfield soon, I'm going to go and see it. And when I get there, I'm going to take some picture of it as well. Absolutely amazing it was with Thiago Jota. Big, massive painting on the wall. Beautiful it was. For him and his brother. And I've set up a foundation in Jota's name, innit? For kids to try and get into football and stuff like that. It's in his name and everything. The Liverpool fans are so respectful, you know that. I think we've got the best fans in the world. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Liverpool fan, yeah? But I literally think we've got the best fans in the world. The way we treat our players, the way we're treating the family and the way we gave all that money, you know, and after when Jota died and respect to the, you know, all that we're doing as a fan base toward what we're doing for that family and his kids and everything is absolutely phenomenal from the football club. So, and the fans outside the football club as well. The Liverpool fans, would have got that foundation for Jota and all that. Brilliant. But the point I'm making is regarding in the window, when Diaz left, right, we didn't replace him. And I kept saying every week, why we're not replacing Diaz, right? We were too fixated in getting in Isak, which I was glad we got Isak, by the way. And we didn't do enough. Now, when we had our pre-season, Ngamoa looked good, didn't it? He looked good. So I reckon they probably looked at that and said, you know what? We don't need to bring in another winger now. We can just use Ngamoa in it. We just use Ngamoa. That'll do for a while. And then we'll bring in a winger after. What happened? We use Ngamoa for 1 or 2 games. And then what? Nothing. I just don't understand why they're not using him. They're bringing him on when we're losing. The only time they ever bring on Ngamoa is when we're losing a game. They bring him on when there's about 5 minutes to go, like he's going to do something. How about you give him a full game and see how it goes? Give him regular football, but they didn't. So if that's the mentality they had, if that's what they was going to do at the beginning of the season, why didn't they just buy a winger? They could have brought a winger, but they never. They left us short. And I was saying it for ages, we need to bring in a winger to rotate with Salah as well. That one winger could have went on both sides because we had Gakpo good. Gakpo's got that side. So the guy can rotate with Gakpo and rotate with Salah. Because I knew this season Salah was not going to be the same footballer, innit? And it's not the fact he's not the same footballer, it's the fact that slot system, he wants to go in a new direction. Innit? He wants to go in a new direction. He wants to play more centrally. You can see that. In the old days, it was all about getting the ball to Salah. Salah runs up, bang, smack in the back of the net. But he's not doing that anymore. He's playing more central. This is why when Chiesa come on the last game, Chiesa was playing right wing. Chiesa didn't even get the ball. Chiesa even got the ball. All the balls were going straight through the middle because that's the way Slot wants to play. He wants to play more central, and you can see that when he plays now. This is why everything's going to be revolved around Sabah. That's why everything's going to be revolved around Florian Wirtz and Isak and Ekitike, whatever, down the middle. That's the way we're going to be playing going forward. That's what I think anyway. This is why when Chiesa played right wing the other day, he didn't even get the ball, bro. Do you know that? He hardly shots the ball. Remember the old days when Liverpool used to play, where was the ball was going? To Salah, innit? They don't do that anymore. They're changing. He's putting his style onto the team. Different formation, different style. And that's what I think, Toto.
True. We need to make good use of the January transfer window. I just feel like we're only going to sign one player. Worst come down.
It's going to be the centre back.
We don't sign anyone. Yeah, I think it's great, but worst come down to it, we don't sign anyone. That's why I say. I think Slot's going to use his options that he's got, Chiesa and Gakpo. To get Gakpo's back now, like a little bit more depth added to the squad.
Yeah.
But a centre back is needed, man. We're emergency of centre backs.
We have to.
We either get something at 21, which I think is the worst option, or we go with Grahey and then probably wait for Gomez to come back. You know, because I think that's the way we're going. Because Gomez can last for one game, but what Gomez can't do is play for multiple games over the time because he gets injured in it. So I think we'll just get Grahey in January. That's it for me.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It goes. I don't know what's going to happen yet. All I know, I'll be doing all the videos, any breaking news. You can hear it here first. We will be randomly making videos. It might be short. It might be videos. Depends where we are at the time. But any breaking news, I will be breaking it on the channel. It might be, like I said, it might be in a short format or it might be in a video format. But we will be breaking news. Yeah, it will be breaking news. You might see Toto in a random place. And Toto might just be holding his phone doing a video. Breaking news. It's going to be like that. We're going to be on it 3 January. And from the 1st of January, which is in a few hours. And that's it, man. So we're going to be heading off. I want to thank everybody this year for helping out. We have grown this year. We have 12,600. And I think that number's not correct now. I'm going to check. I'm going to just check the accounts. The exact number of the subscribers that we got. We've picked up so many subscribers this year. How many subscribers we picked up this year, bro? You know, this time last year, how many subscribers was on this time last year?
7K.
We had like 7K, innit?
Yeah, something like that.
We was on something like 7K or something like, or might be smaller, innit?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. We was on like 4.5K.
And
we've grown this year to 12,636. So from 4K to 12,636 subscribers, around about 4 or 5K. Let me just set the exact number what we're on now. The exact number. We have 12,667. And that number there was from 2 days ago. So we have grown that much in that 636. We've picked up 30 odd subscribers in 2 days. I want to thank everybody for that big number just in the space of a couple of days. So yeah, anything you want to say, Tulsa, before we head off? And this new year, the bang, man.
Yeah, look, hopefully 2026 goes well. Hopefully it's a better year because this year has been absolutely crap, and I want it to go. So yeah, hopefully 2026 is better. You know, that's me really.
Yeah,
because I think
just
this year
happy New Year to everyone.
The worst
Happy
year, worst year of my lifetime. How long
Why?
have I been on this?
Football.
It's not just football, different other things.
We won the Premier League. How can you say it was the worst year? We won the Premier League this year.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, that's a highlight of the year.
We went to Anfield to watch a count. Oh, it wasn't the best team that they put out. Went to Anfield, and you go on Anfield again soon as well.
Yeah, look, the highlights
I'm not
of the
going to
year.
say the game we're going to, but
I mean,
we are going to Anfield again.
In terms of the world, it's been crap. It's been crap. But I mean,
okay.
I've had some good highlights. Going to Anfield, going to Anfield again
soon,
which I'm glad I got it. What else? Yeah, us winning the Premier League. Good highlights. But I mean, in terms of the world, the way the world is now, it's crap.
Yeah, that's all politics, so we don't get involved
in that.
2026
is going to be even more crapper. So that's hopefully it's good, but it's going to be even more crap.
Jesus Christ, I shouldn't even. That's rotted, bro. Listen, guys, you're just trolling. Happy New Year to everybody. We have picked up so many subscribers. We started at the beginning of the year. For the summer, we had 800 subscribers. We had 5K subscribers or 4-point-something K subscribers. Now we have officially passed that, doubled it. We got 12,587 subscribers, and we started off with 4,800 subscribers. Look what we got now, and I want to thank everybody that's helped us out. Over 1,000 subscribers, we got more. I want to thank everybody who's helped us out. More than 12. What we're talking about? Started off with 4,500 subscribers at the beginning of this year. We have now got 12,000 over 12,000 subscribers. We started off with over 4K. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in. Over 9,000 subscribers. We picked up more in 2025. Liverpool has won the Premier League in 2025. You know, it's a good year, man. It's a good year. I know we've had our lows, but we've had a lot of highs. Plus, we went to Anfield, which we go anywhere every year. Let's face it. We at least try to go to Anfield about 8 times a year.
Again, the thing is with Anfield, yeah. Some people, again, you get people that support, no respect to lower clubs. Yeah. Like Stoke, for an example, maybe not Leeds, but maybe teams that are not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because the thing with the Liverpool, it's a worldwide club, innit? It's a worldwide club. You got people who can't afford tickets or can't even get a ticket because it's a worldwide club and it's high demand by hundreds and hundreds of thousands around the world. It's a worldwide club at the end of the day. When you got people support the local club, maybe someone like
say Derby, go every week.
You can go every week. You can be a fan every week. You can go there every week and support your club. Which again, I won't fault you for that.
But you're still going. But you still go a lot in the season, though.
Yeah, I know we do, right? But I mean, them local clubs who try to compare their local clubs to Liverpool is completely different.
Yeah, because if you got for example, if you support Coventry, and if you live around that area or whatever, the West Midlands area, you live in Coventry, you could just go and buy a ticket for that box office and go walk in, or probably get a ticket that day. But Liverpool, you got to book it and stuff like because it's a big demand, isn't it? But we at least go to Anfield at least 8-9 times a year.
Yeah, we do.
And that's good. Some people only get to go once.
We're blessed for that. But the thing is, if you're a local
only because of the members, because we had the members and we had to remember we got the members. You had to stick it out, innit?
Even for local fans, you can't guarantee a ticket every week because it's high demand.
But you got a better chance with the locals.
No chance, right?
Yeah, but you got a better chance with the locals.
the thing is, I apply, you apply to every ballot every single time of the week, but it's not a guaranteed you go every week. It's not a guaranteed unless you got a season ticket, which again, that close since 2011. Unless you got a season ticket, which is exactly impossible to get now. Right, the waiting list is impossible. Everything's closed. And unless you record 15 plus games a year, which again, if you're blessed to do that, then fair play to you.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying about the ticket. I understand, but I know people that are Liverpool fans, and they look. Remember when I remember when I started out on this journey years and years ago, and you had to have the ticket system. The old ticket system was the best. It was kind of first come, first serve. That was the best, didn't it? And they brought in this new system. But as soon as this new system started, I remember I was only going once or twice a year. But once you start building up your rep and you get on the cup ladder, you get on the FA Cup ladder, you get on the Carabao Cup ladder, and you get on the Premier League ladder, and you start going regular, then you start going to the front of the queue. This is why at the beginning we was going like twice a year. Now we're going 8-9 times a year. You get me? Yeah. And the more you go, the more chance you got getting tickets. That's how it goes. You just gotta have patience, and you just gotta have patience. That's why now we can go like 8-9 times a year. But at the beginning, when I started, when this new ticket system come in, I was only going once or twice a year. But you just gotta hold that and get, once you get them matches, once you get them registered matches and you go regular, you start getting tickets regular. That's what's happened with us now. But what I'm saying is that I think the old ticket system was the best. But they changed it, but it is what it is, isn't it? That's the way it is. They ain't gonna change it back. But again, there's a lot of people out there that scam tickets as well. You remember this season, thousands of thousands of ticket outlets, fraud people, the ones that scam tickets, got found out. They got banned from Anfield and got criminal charges because it was getting tickets. I just
think, like, if you're looking to get a ticket to Anfield, don't go to a reseller. That's just me.
Just do it properly.
There's some genuine things out there. I'll get it. Yeah, and you can potentially get a ticket.
But you're helping them do the crime, innit?
Exactly, and it's not just about that. It's just about you can not get one. And sometimes they can give you an NSC pass, but it might not work because it's not genuine. And sometimes they give you a paper ticket, which I knew a few people that go in there with a paper ticket and not get let in. So you had to go to the ticket office to get it on your phone.
But what I'm saying is the people that scout tickets, when you buy the tickets off them, you're helping fund the crime.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're getting tickets under loads of because a lot of people got caught that was making multiple accounts and they were scouting the tickets, and like hundreds and hundreds of them were scouting tickets, right? But it was the same person but under multiple accounts, about 100 accounts, and the geezer and they got caught, didn't they? They got caught. Now they're banned from Anfield and they're clamping down on it now, innit? That's why if you're gonna get a ticket, do it the genuine way. Now, if you buy a ticket off someone like who's fraud or whatever, you're this is how I feel. You are funding the crime, innit? Now you're funding the crime. Now, if nobody brought their tickets, they wouldn't do it, would they? This is why if you're gonna do it the proper way. Do it the proper way, and that's why I did it at the beginning, years and years ago when they changed the ticket system. I was frustrated because I was only going twice a year. But once I started registering the FA Cup games, registering the Carabao Cup games, registering the hardest is the Premier League games. Once you start registering them, and all because they got different ladders. Once you start registering regular games with the cups, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, League, then your rep goes up. Then you got more of a chance of getting tickets every week.
Yeah,
and that's why I like that system. It is what it is. I don't like the system, but that's the way it is.
You got to start off with the cup games, innit? You can't just go straight to Premier League. You got to start for cup games. It's like you call one cup game, and you can go to 5+ cup games.
FA Cup, or Carabao.
You can go to more. If we were sending the FA Cup Carabao, we could double our chances to go to like maybe 9 or 10 games a season.
I think the cup should be in the same ladder. That's why I don't agree. They got the FA Cup ladder that you got to register so many FA Cup games, and they've got the Carabao Cup ladder. That I think the cup should be in the same ladder. And again, you got another ladder, the Champions League ladder as well. If you can get registered with the Champions League games, then you got more chance of going Champions League.
Again, you're more likely to
for the cups, FA Cup and that.
Yeah, exactly. And one game all it takes, man. You get you record one game, then you're more likely sorted for the cups. But the Champions League, the only way you might get a Champions League a higher chance when it goes to all red members sale. That's the only way. But if it's
I think the Champions League is probably the hardest.
Yeah.
That's the hardest out of all of
It's
them.
more
The Champions League.
because the additional members, because they go up to the season ticket in the
It's
members
high
who are
demand
already
Champions
4
League, isn't
plus.
it? That's high demand because it's Europe.
It more likely goes to 4+ games, either 4+ games in the Champions League or additional member sale, which is leftover tickets that people couldn't go or anything like that, or they return them back. You know, that's the only additional members. Which maybe
No one's returning the Champions League back.
Like
they're going to give it to the
Now,
friends.
you got some people that can't make it, so they return the ticket, and then it's only a handful of tickets left that you could get. But if it goes to all red members, then you definitely got a chance then.
So that's the end of it then. That's the end.
Welcome to the Premier League, son.
Have a good one on us. Enjoy the rest of your New Year's. I want to thank everybody for supporting us. Right there, 4,000 at the beginning of the year. Now we got that. Thanks for supporting us. We keep going, keep moving, keep grinding, and hopefully there'll be an Anfield live vlogs coming up soon as well this season. So yeah, we're looking to go to at least 12 games next season. Well, not next season, this year. Well, not this year because obviously when we're halfway through the season, but next year, the end of the 25-26 season. We'll try and get about 4 or 5 games in if we can. It depends. But let's see what happens. But Toto, I'll see you later, bro.
Sure.
Love doing the video with you. Have a good, happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Be safe.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. So, big up to everyone. I'm going to hit the video. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Arne Slot is my daddy. He spanks me every time I manage against him. He literally picked me up, put me upside down and spanked me. No Diddy. And